Mining Town Antiques was on the same road as Cowboys Corral Motor Lodge, but several miles stood between them. The road was the main highway through Nightmare, and the antique store was on the north end of town, making it one of the first businesses visitors would see as they drove into Nightmare from the direction of the interstate. The sprawling building looked old and slightly neglected. There were chunks of beige plaster that had fallen off the facade, leaving the brick underneath exposed. Out front, a wooden sign with the name of the store on it was so faded that only the outline of the letters was left. There were only 2 other cars in the parking lot when I pulled in behind Justine's car. After I parked, I got out and saw a woman standing at the front door, her forehead pressed against the glass and her hands held up to shade her eyes. "Are they closed?" Clara asked as we walked up. The woman straightened up and turned to us with a sour expression. "I've been standing here for 20 minutes. If that woman has taken a bathroom break, then it's the longest one ever. Maybe you'll have better luck." With a huff, the woman turned and moved in the direction of one of the cars. Even though we had no reason to doubt the door was locked, Justine reached out and pulled on the handle anyway. When the door didn't give, she mimicked the woman, shading her eyes and peering through the glass. "The lights are on," Justine noted. "And the sign says they're open," Clara said, pointing at the sign hanging from a suction cup above Justine's head. "I don't want to go back to the sanctuary just yet," Justine sighed. "There's a car here, so someone has to be inside. Maybe it really is the longest bathroom break ever, and whoever is working today will come unlock the door soon." There were windows on either side of the door, and I peered through a break in the sun-faded yellow gingham curtains covering the window on the right. I didn't want to stand around for a long time, but I also didn't want to miss out on rummaging through antiques with my friends. I could spot an old sewing machine and a couple of brass lamps in the sliver of a view that I had. My eyes traveled down, and I gasped. I jerked back from the window. "Whoever is in there needs help. I can see a hand on the floor." Clara moved me aside so she could look too. "Maybe she fainted. Should we break the window to get in, or do we call an ambulance?" "We move the curtains to see what's going on," Justine answered. A moment later, the curtains slid apart as Justine directed her telekinetic ability toward them. It was convenient to have a friend who could move things with her mind so easily. All 3 of us let out noises of shock at the scene in front of us. The hand belonged to an old woman who was sprawled on the floor. It was immediately obvious she was dead.